All right, good day, and hi, and welcome. Okay, oh yeah, okay, that filter works good. I don't care what I look like, but check out that nice Merkle. Oh wow, yeah, yeah. So it really popped that purple out. The Merkle. I haven't plugged this thing in a while, so hopefully it's still functioning. I got Leo with me today. Check him out. You gotta turn these on. Yes. Watch this. Watch this. I know how to do this. I've done this before. Pedals. Ooh, drop C. Love the Kongzilla sound. All right, a little bit of a drop. I haven't played drop C. This is the first time this guitar is being played down here. Let's have a look at it again. Oh. Now, if you think I'm making these videos just for an excuse to show off my guitars, did you see my cat, Leo? Yeah. Okay, AI musicians versus real musicians. Let's get into it. Real amps, you just gotta love them. That's only 15 watts, guys. I've got a Zoom, an old Zoom pedal here, probably about $100. I paid about $106 for this back in the day in 2003. The Crate VTX 50, the greatest little practice amp ever. I've blown the shitballs out of it, but it works as a head. It's only 15 watts, and I'm running it through my 4x12 Mesa Boogie circa 1991. Yes, I've had this thing since 1991. This was my first real blow your face off kind of amp that I owned. I've had it since 1991. The last time I was on stage was in front of 5,000 people, roughly, give or take. And that was back in 1995. But I've played with this thing like so much, right? But they're like the real amps nowadays, everything's AI, right? Everything's all, I guess the older generation would have, same thing. I'm a Gen X, so I guess the boomers are like, oh, well, these kids now, they're not using the tone. They've only got pedals. That's where they get, that's all. It sounds artificial. But even if this sounds artificial, you guys tell me, does this not sound freaking killer or Slocum for designing. This is the previous model. I know he's got some core models out now, but this thing is just like there are no words that describe the beauty of this thing. This guitar, I've got, you know, prices of everything are going up. We'll get into the core of the video in a second, but like this guitar, taxes and all Canadian was like $1,300 now. I really would struggle to find a better guitar. Like, this is my drop tuning guitar. It's a 6-string. I tend to love the drop tuning stuff. I love that this mainly stays in drop C, but I've done like about 20 different tunings on it. You can see one of my other videos, or one of my other playlists there. I got like a whole bunch of playlists. This channel has everything on it. And one of the playlists is alternate tunings. You can see this guitar in about 20 different tunings, even including the wax wings tuning and all that. But okay, the AI, the other night I'm watching, and there's these beautiful, like absolutely stunning rocker chicks. Just like perfect makeup, perfect bodies, playing like, you know, heavy stuff. Flawless makeup, like I said, you know, absolutely stunner, killer bodies. Are all decked up in mini skirts and everything like that. I'm listening to the song, I'm like, it's really good, but is it real? And I looked, and man, I tell you, it was hard to tell whether these were real people or not. And the music's super processed, no mistakes whatsoever. You know, perfect auto tune. You name it, right? Great song, whatever. But I looked. Oh, this is AI. It's that damn good. And I'm like, is this what we got to compete with? Like, that's it. Musicians are toast. I mean, Rick Beato, he's talking, oh, that's it. That's the end of musician. Why would anybody pick up a guitar if you could have aesthetically absolutely perfect anime-looking women rock it out to nice heavy riffs? Love 24 frets. But anyway, yeah. Beautiful women, great song, good music. There's something wrong with it. It's not real. This is not going to be one of those, oh, the real musicians. I don't think that's what it is. I don't think the AI is going to be the, oh my God, the killer musician slayers that people think is. Yeah, it's the easy button. Here, AI, go make me money on YouTube with ad revenue or Vimeo or whatever, and just make the aesthetic perfect. But that's the problem. It's too perfect. I mean, you hear people bitch for years and years and years about auto-tune. Now, I have no problems with auto-tune. I have a version of auto-tune in my BR1200, which is the 2006 technology. Would I use it? I don't know. Tell you the truth, I still love the way like some of the older bands, that are not so perfect. Like Iron Maiden, they record live in the studio. Now I'm sure they time align all the drums and all that. People use triggers. No, triggers don't make you a better drummer, but they do give you a perfect sound. In combinations with mics. What the triggers do on the drums is, once a drummer hits a certain RPM, I don't know if it's at 230, 250 beats per minute, it's 300. It's like it's almost like one note at that point. Like the ear, like the skin of the drum can't respond fast enough to actually be audible. It just sounds like a messy noise. So instead of measuring the actual vibration of the sound with a microphone, you put a trigger on it, and that measures the pulse, which then can be evenly divided up, and then you get these perfect like like listen to like Lorna Shore. Maybe you're into that kind of music, maybe not. But listen to those like it just sounds like somebody went nuts with a drum machine, right? But they did. I'm not saying the guy's not playing anything, but there's a lot of samples in there, stuff like that. So like a lot of that stuff you hear. Yeah, you got a guy hitting the trigger for the drum and a sound pad, right? The drum triggers, yes, what is being played, yes, the drums are cleaned up. So if I ditch this amp and I plug straight into a console and I got a digital amp that's mimicking all this sound, this crazy sounds that I'm getting, like that. But it'll probably sound a lot cleaner. But it might miss some oomph. Most people wouldn't be able to pick out a real amp or a digital amp in a mix anyway. Which brings us back to AI. What's changed? Well, you got a flashier video, okay? You've got, basically a robot voice that can actually sound good. But it still comes down to songwriting, guys. It really does. There's no AI that I'm going to watch doing this. And I'm going to say, well, because he's doing it, I'm not going to pick up my guitar and do it. Of course I'm going to pick up my guitar and do it. AI is not going to make me stop playing guitar, even if it does it perfectly. You know what I mean? Sometimes people want to hear the mistakes, and sometimes the most brilliant songs come out with mistakes. My bad playing notwithstanding, but there's sounds in there that could never be replicated. Why? My finger just grazes another string just as it's sliding into a dissonant sound. If anybody's seen that Rise from Extreme with Nuno Bettencourt, that new song, well, it's about a year old there now, that guitar solo, that weird, I can't even do it, but that thing that he's doing with that weird phase pedal, even he's like, I can never replicate that again. He goes, because of the phase pedal, like, where's it going? He goes, it's different every time I play it. And it's that part of the solo where he's just doing that. Yeah, see if I can do a version of it. But he's doing it with a phaser pedal. Whatever he's doing. Yeah, nothing like that, but you get the idea. It's a very cool song. Very jammable song, but that solo, you need imperfections to get that. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes that solo so perfect. That's why everybody's trying to kill themselves trying to learn it. Nobody can play it the exact way because of all the things involved, such as the right phasing. Like that's how it came out on the record. Like he said, like the phaser will never end up that way every time. You know what I mean? So you'll get a different solo every time you hear it. And to me, that's really, really cool. You know what I mean? But the idea that AI is going to take over music and all that, no, because the thing about it is it's good. It's done really well. but there's no fruit to it. There's no there. There's no, like for example, I watched, at the making of this video, watched the brand new Anchor video called Madara. I probably got that part of it wrong. Madara, Endless Dream. I watched it, and like the whole band's in there, whatever. And you know, there's imperfections in the people, you know, because they're people, right? Like, okay, maybe I'm perfect. Maybe AI can't replicate a face like this. I don't know. Maybe it can. Maybe it can't. Anyway, but the point I'm making is that I watched the video. You know what my hero of the videos are? Is the people in the video. It's like, oh, I love these people. I love watching their live shows. To me, live shows are like, you know, that's why a lot of people don't get into DJ music. It might be good, but it's just like it's too far off the artificial. And I guess it's a spectrum for everybody. Like, I mean, for some people, yeah, using a pedal like this is too much. You know, like, I mean, it's too fake sounding. Can't do stuff like that on the spot. It can't, even if it sucked there. But the point I'm making is nothing's ever going to kill human inspiration. Nothing's going to, you know, like the live is where people really want to see their heroes. They want to see them on the stage. They, you know, whether they're in person or whatever. I will watch a live version of a song 10 times more than I'll watch a video. Even if the video is phenomenal, it's great. So you're never going to take that human element away. And because of that, I don't think AI is the threat a lot of musicians are making it. It makes good for good video content, but no, AI is not going to take our instruments. Maybe they'll grab mine and create a cyborg robot. It's going to come to my house. I hate your guitar. Smash my guitar over my head or something. That's how they're going to kill us. They're going to kill us by smashing guitars over our head. Yeah, Skynet is real. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm AI. No, I'm not AI. Because AI can't make this kind of perfection. Right? Anyway, yeah, you guys tell me what you think about the AI stuff. You think it's going to change the music? Like, again, will record executives use AI so they don't have to pay people? Yeah, if they're going to do that. You know, yeah, you're going to have all kinds of AI. They're going to do it with actors and actresses and everything. They're already doing that, right? Yeah, because, you know, yeah, the cheap people don't want to pay people. But people are always going to want to see real people on stage. We ain't going anywhere. So anyway, end this video with some cool stuff. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day, guys.